Satemangala here, the Reverend of the Revolution. Welcome to your Daily Revolution. Today's topic: start strong, finish stronger. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This morning was brutal. See, a couple nights ago, I went to the Clippers game. And Clippers game is up in LA. It's about an hour north with traffic. Took me about an hour and 45 minutes. So get to the Clippers game in the Staples Center. Clippers beat the Suns, having a good time. A couple health managers in there, some headhunters, like all these guys traveling the world, making a difference, making that money. And by the end of the third quarter, it was almost 9 o'clock. And I'm like, man, I'm ready to go home and sleep. The challenge is, I had told the guys, hey, I'll drop you guys off. You know, I'll give you a ride in my my Uber. It's like $100 anyway. So I'd give these guys a ride home, get home at midnight. And the next morning I am smoked, which just lets you know, once I hit my 40s, man, I'm asleep by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Midnight is like death for me. So then I wake up the next morning and I'm fatigued and I'm exhausted and I'm dragging all day. Now, here's the problem. When I woke up, instead of going to the gym like I normally do, I said, you know what? I'm going to sleep in and then I will go later. And I didn't take it. I just didn't hit my normal morning routine because I slept until about 7, got up, took my boys to school, and I just was off. Like that extra 2.5 hours of sleeping in, it was like the worst thing I could have done. Like I didn't start the day strong. And of course, it led to a mediocre day, a day where I was hangry and grumpy and I was letting stories get the best of me. So I was like, man, that was yesterday. And I thought, okay. Yeah, that's not going to happen again. So last night I got to bed again late because I was up talking to my wife. And I said, you know what? Like, I don't care how, in fact, I just did a podcast about being tired and being able to push through the fatigue. So this morning at 4:30 a.m., my alarm goes off. And of course, I lay in bed for 10 minutes. I'm like, whew. And instead of scrolling social media like I sometimes do, not one of the best habits, I got up and all I simply said was, what do you want, Satima? And I said, I'm going to start the day strong because yesterday was not a great day. It was one of those off days for me. So I got up 4:40, got ready to roll, got to the gym, and I was dragging. I was just literally dragging at the gym. Well, not literally, but I was dragging. And by the time I got rolling, now it's about 8:30 that I'm shooting this, right? I just finished dropping my boys off, hugged and kissed my wife, and now it's time to work and time to shoot a podcast. Got some coaching calls today, and got a lot of stuff to do. I want you to know, why is this so significant? Because I started this day off strong. I got out of bed when I said I was going to get out of bed. I kept my mind focused on what I want. Even though I was super tired during my workout, like no caffeine, no pre-workout, I just knew I needed to go through the motions and lift the weights and sweat like crazy and get into the sauna and have conversation with my guys, get home, shower, clean up, read, study, get my scriptures in. I got my book in here that I'm going to do some studying on as soon as I finish this podcast. And then I'm off to coaching. And you start the day strong. See, here's why this is so significant. Every one of you guys listening to this podcast, you will have days. You will have these times where you don't start strong. Now, that doesn't mean you can't finish strong, but this much I know. He or she who leaves it up to chance decreases his or her possibility of winning and finishing strong. So what does that mean? Start strong. Start the day strong. Today I've already started. I've been up for 4 hours. I've gotten so much done already. And I'm feeling like $1 million and I'm going to crush it today. In fact, as I was taking my sons to school, right, they said their whole conscious self-creation. My 6-year-old's starting to get this in pieces and chunks. It's amazing. And I looked at them we have 2 drop-offs. I looked back, put my hand out, hugged their hand. I said, hey, have a great day today, son. Make it a great day. And I remind them, hey, you got up on time. You got your lunch ready. You had breakfast. Right, we're here. We've been listening to your music. Go have a great day. And I was like, who's the man? They're like, I am. Who's the champ? I am. I'm like, you got it. And I say that to my next son, and I'm home, like, we're starting the day strong. So what does this have to do with you? The biggest lesson here is, again, start strong. As I want you to look at this in the big 4: physical, spiritual, relational, financial. In the physical realm of your fitness and your health, What can you do today to start strong? And what could you do tomorrow to start strong? One of the greatest things to start strong is to go to bed early. We're talking about this with the guys coming home from the Clippers game. But we had some young dudes in there. Two dudes in there who play in the NFL. And they're a bit younger than me. And, they're talking about, starting at like 10 at night to go out. I'm like, man, I'm asleep. I'm like, how do you get up at 4:30? I'm like, it's easy. You go to bed early. You finish the day strong by doing your evening routines and rituals, right? This rhythm to get into this pattern and this habit, because your habits will define who you become. And you finish the day strong, you go to bed early, right? You cut out all the caffeine and all the stimulants so that your body can sleep well. Then you start the day strong by getting up when you say you're going to get up, spending time in gratitude as you walk and get to the restroom and you start to fix up and clean up and freshen up and get ready to go. That's how you start strong. And even if you're tired, you start strong. You get that protein in your body. You get the pre-workout, whatever you take. Some of you drink coffee. Some of you drink caffeine drinks. Some of you just drink warm lemon water, whatever that is, and then get your butt to the gym. You got to move that body. You got to exercise. It don't matter how long you've been out of the gym. You got to start. The spiritual realm, how do you start strong? I love to have a heart filled with gratitude. I believe in God. I follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. And so I pray. And there's a scripture that I grew up reading, and I still read it. It says, counsel with the Lord in all thy doings. When thou liest down at night, lie down unto the Lord. And when thou risest in the morning, let thy heart be filled with thanks. And again, I'm paraphrasing. So when I get up, I put my mind on the Lord. I'm like, Lord, help me today to do your work, to do good works, to make a difference for people, to lift hearts, to strengthen feeble and weak knees, and to be a helping hand. And I like to read scriptures. I read scriptures. Holy Writ. And right now I'm recommitted to reading one of the volumes of scripture as part of my church. So physical exercise and drinking and eating the right foods, spiritual exercise, exercising faith through prayer, through scripture study, and also meditation is a big part of my day. Relationships. I start the day reading scriptures with my sons. When we get in the car, my sons say this thing, and they say, I'm a divine king, full of love and light. I create my life. I'm 100% responsible. I'm 100% committed. When I get knocked down, I get back up. When I get knocked down again, I keep getting back up. I can have anything in life when I pay the price. I love my life. I love myself. Commitment is doing what's required, doing what I said I would do, acting in spite of thoughts, feelings, emotions, and moods. Habit 1, be proactive. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Habit 3, put first things first. Habit 4, think win-win. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit 6, synergize. Habit 7, sharpen the saw. Principle 1, again, this is my 11-year-old, 9-year-old, and 6-year-old ripping these things out because that's how they create their day. Every day they say this in the car. Every day. Principle 1, the truth will set you free. Principle 2, perspective creates possibilities. Principle 3, prosperity is a choice. Principle 4, clarity is power. Principle 5, commitment alters everything. Principle 6, ask and receive. Principle 7, listen. Principle 8, the purpose of existence is eternal expansion and value creation. Principle 9, dollars follow value. Principle 10, agreements not expectations. Principle 11, results matter. Principle 12, happiness is a true measure of wealth. Principle 13, no one is coming to save you. I'm a leader. I'm a champion. I'm a man of my word. You can count on me. I'm a winner. The future is as great as I want it to be because I have the power to create it. And then I have a bunch of lines that I say and they fill in the blanks. And that's how we start the day in our family. Scripture, prayer, what we call conscious self-creation is one of the models that we teach that really is the most powerful thing to get people to change their story. Of course, financially. How do I start my day so that I can start strong, that I can finish strong, and what finishes strong can start strong? I read and study, and I teach. The podcast is part of teaching. Posting on Facebook is part of teaching. I love my life. Question for you is, what would your life look like if you started your strong with fire, with power, in the tops of the mountains, having spiritual manifestations and revelations, doing the physical work to tell your body who's in charge, to show your life in the universe who's in charge, filled with gratitude and love, starting on time, finishing on time, doing your work. How amazing would your life be? That's what this is all about, this prosperity revolution. This revolution that you can live a life of prosperity, that you can create your life, that you can overcome temptation, that you can overcome adversity, and that you can embrace adversities and trials to help you in your life. If this podcast has been helpful for you, I invite you to go live it, try it on, apply it, implement it, so your life can be a beacon of light for others, so your life can be one of purpose and meaning, so you can make a difference for other people. Love you. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome weekend, morning, evening, afternoon. Whenever you listen to this, I'm out. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.